Let me take you back to my early 20s. I was excited about life with a sense of freedom I had never felt before. I had my first job, a little money in my pocket, and the whole world ahead of me. But I also made a lot of financial mistakes that I wish I could undo. If you're in your 20s or 30s, maybe you can learn from my experience instead of learning the hard way like I did. One of my biggest mistakes was thinking that saving money could wait. I figured I had time, so I put off starting an emergency fund or investing. Looking back, that delay cost me more than I ever realized. The earlier you start, the easier it is to grow your wealth, because time is your best friend when it comes to compound interest. I wish I had saved even $10 a week back then, knowing it could have grown into hundreds with time. In those early years, I also fell into the trap of lifestyle inflation. The moment I got a raise, I upgraded everything. My car, my clothes, my gadgets, even the restaurants I went to. I thought I was rewarding myself, but what I was really doing was robbing my future self. If I had just kept my expenses low and saved the difference, I would have been way ahead by now. I could have used that extra cash to travel or start a side project. Credit cards felt like free money at the time. I didn't understand interest rates or minimum payments. I used credit to buy things I couldn't afford and told myself I'd figure it out later. Spoiler alert, I didn't. That debt hung over me for years and drained so much of my energy and peace of mind. I learned the hard way that paying interest is like giving away my hard-earned cash to someone else. Another mistake was not learning about money. I knew how to make it and how to spend it, but I didn't take the time to understand how it worked. I didn't read books or watch videos about personal finance. I didn't ask questions or seek help. I thought managing money was boring or too complicated. But it's neither. It's essential and it's learnable. Picking up one book like Rich Dad Poor Dad could have opened my eyes years earlier. I also ignored budgeting for too long. I thought budgeting meant restriction. I thought it was for people who were struggling financially, not for someone like me who was doing okay. But budgeting isn't about limitation, it's about clarity. Once I started budgeting, I realized where my money was going and I started using it more intentionally. It was like turning on a light in a dark room. Then there was the mistake of not investing early. I believed I needed a lot of money to start, or that investing was risky and confusing. So I did nothing. But starting small would have made a big difference. A few dollars a week invested in a simple index fund could have grown into something significant by now. I missed out on watching my money work for me. In my 20s, I also didn't think much about insurance. Health insurance, renter's insurance, life insurance, they all seemed unnecessary. But then life happened. Unexpected events reminded me that insurance isn't just about protection, it's about peace of mind. It's not exciting, but it's smart. A minor car accident taught me that a little coverage could have saved me thousands. I remember passing up opportunities to increase my income outside of my 9 to 5. I thought a single job would be enough, and I didn't consider side hustles or freelance work. I could have used my free time to build skills, start small projects, and create new income streams. That extra income would have given me more flexibility and options. I could have tried tutoring or selling crafts online. I also didn't think long term. I was focused on the weekend, the next vacation, or the next gadget. I didn't stop to ask where I wanted to be financially in 5 or 10 years. I didn't set goals or track progress. And because I had no clear destination, I drifted. Setting a goal like saving for a house could have guided my decisions. Another thing I regret was caring too much about what other people thought. I spent money to impress others, to fit in, to appear successful. I bought things I didn't really want just to keep up with friends or social media. That mindset is exhausting and expensive. Now I know true wealth is quiet and personal. I've learned to value experiences over appearances. Looking back, I can see how much money I wasted on impulse purchases. I didn't think twice about buying things on a whim. That little dopamine hit from shopping was addicting. But most of those things didn't add lasting value to my life. Learning to pause and ask, do I really need this, has saved me thousands. I now wait 24 hours before buying non-essentials. I used to believe I didn't make enough to save or invest. That belief kept me stuck. But the truth is, even small amounts matter. Saving $5 a week, investing $20 a month, it all adds up over time. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. Starting with a piggy bank or a low-cost app changed my perspective. I avoided talking about money. With friends, with family, even with my wife. I thought it was rude or awkward. But open conversations about money lead to better decisions, better relationships, and less stress. The more we talk, the more we learn. Discussing goals with my wife helped us align our finances. There were times I didn't ask for what I deserved. I didn't negotiate my salary or ask for raises. I was afraid of being seen as greedy or ungrateful. But advocating for yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. Every raise, every promotion matters, especially when you're young. I could have earned an extra $100 a month with one conversation. I didn't automate my finances for a long time. I relied on memory and willpower to save and pay bills, and sometimes I forgot. Automation changed everything. When you set your savings and bills to happen automatically, you remove temptation and stay consistent. It took me too long to set up auto transfers. I didn't build an emergency fund until it was too late. When my car broke down or I lost my job, I panicked. Having even a small buffer would have made those moments less stressful. Life is unpredictable, and a small safety net can make all the difference. I wish I had started with $100. There were years when I didn't track my net worth. I didn't know how much I owned or owed. I avoided the numbers, but once I started tracking, I felt more in control. Knowing your financial snapshot gives you the power to make better decisions. A simple spreadsheet opened my eyes. In my 20s, I often said yes to everything. Every event, every trip, every night out. I didn't want to miss out, but saying yes to everything meant saying no to my financial goals. Now I know it's okay to decline. It's okay to prioritize. Choosing a quiet night in saved me money for bigger dreams. I thought financial freedom was only for rich people. That belief made me passive. But now I see financial freedom is a mindset. It's about living below your means, making smart choices, and staying consistent. It's available to more people than we realize. I've started by cutting unnecessary subscriptions. If I could go back, I'd tell myself to start a Roth IRA the moment I earned my first paycheck. I'd tell myself to read one personal finance book a month. I'd tell myself that the little things matter more than I think. I'd encourage myself to seek advice from mentors. I'd remind myself that no one else will care about my future as much as I do. That it's my responsibility to take care of it, and that every decision I make with money is a step toward or away from the life I want. I'd write letters to my future self to stay motivated. Now I see that mistakes are part of the process. What matters is that we learn and adjust, that we keep growing, that we forgive ourselves for not knowing better and do better moving forward. Every misstep taught me resilience. Your 20s and 30s are powerful years. They're a chance to build a solid foundation. You have energy, time, and flexibility on your side. Use them well. Start a savings plan or learn a new skill. Start small. Stay consistent. Be curious. And remember that building wealth isn't just about money. It's about choices, freedom, and peace of mind. Take control of your finances today. Learn from my mistakes so you can make fewer of your own. Your future self will thank you for it. Imagine the pride you'll feel looking back at a decade of smart decisions. Subscribe, comment, and like this video so you can start your financial success journey.